Hey folks out there in internet land, Jack Gretz here, Northeast Music Center, Dixon City, Pennsylvania. We're here at the Paul Reed Smith booth at NAMM Show 2018, and I'm here with another good friend of mine, Bryan Ewald, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the new offerings the PRS has for 2018. And one of the cool things is that they released a new group of acoustic guitars, very affordable, all under $1,000.
Yep.
Solid spruce tops.
Yep.
Ebony fretboards, ebony bridges.
Yep. Bone nut and saddle.
Bone saddle.
Fishman electronics.
Guitars.
Yeah.
And very affordable.
Yeah.
Every price range is covered.
Yep. So there's 6 guitars. The options are mahogany back spruce top, Ovencall back spruce top, and then this figured maple back and spruce top.
Gorgeous.
The 50 series that has the maple also has real shell inlay, real abalone inlay on the purfling, on the rosette, on the fingerboard bird inlays. And the other new option is that the Angelus body style, which has kind of been from the beginning of the SE line of the acoustics, now they have added the Tonari non-cutaway body.
Okay,
so you can get all 3 bodywood options in both single cutaway or non-cutaway. Beautiful guitars, great bang for the buck. They sound amazing. Price point is wonderful.
Great.
So yeah, those are all brand new.
There's a little bit of playing here.
Yeah. So even with all this noise around here, you know, really, it's got a lot of, fullness to it. This is definitely the brightest of all of them with the maple back and sides. Just easy to play. I mean, just the neck shapes are fantastic.
Yeah.
So these are fantastic. I've had a chance to gig with a couple of them. Check out the electronics; they sound wonderful.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Terrific.
So we'll look at some of the electrics.
All right. We'll put this one down. I'll reach back here. Looks like we got a 2408 here.
Yeah, so
one of the new releases out.
Yeah, so obviously the custom 24 has been, a staple. It's been the guitar that really started it all. A lot of people really love the switching on the 408.
Right.
So with the introduction last year of the 509, which took the 513 and gave it this switching, they ended up taking their flagship guitar, the custom 24, giving it the 408 switching. That's the name, 408.
Right.
8 different sound combinations. Instead of a 5-way, you get a 3-way blade, and then you can independently split the coil. So you can do bridge humbucker neck single coil, vice versa. If you want to be able to just with one motion be able to go from a bridge humbucker to a neck single coil without having to do that, pop a coil tap or something like that, you can easily set it up on this. You can get sounds you can't get on a regular custom 24 also.
Yeah.
You can't get a straight up bridge single coil on that.
Right.
With the way
that was the one thing about this guitar. This has a great single coil tone.
Beautiful. Yeah. I love the way that the 8515 split. They really they really retain a beautiful character, but there's a really sweet top end to all these pickups. I love the way I rarely play a bridge pickup as a humbucker clean, and these pickups, the 5815s, the 8515s, I love the way they sound clean. They're just gorgeous.
Awesome. And we got a new limited edition here.
Yep. So
Dusty wearing.
Yeah, Dusty's guitar is also known as the CE24 Floyd. Obviously, Floyd Rose equipped, satin finish, which is beautiful. He opted for a maple fingerboard, which I think is a really nice touch.
Yep.
The satin finish on the back, they just like all the satins in the mahogany. I love the way the grain sinks in. The black hardware. He changed the layout of the knobs a little bit. They're sitting bed. The volume knob is back a little bit farther. Typically, a CE would have the 3-way toggle and a push-pull. He opted for the 5-way, custom switching.
Okay.
And his signature pickups, I think Mojo 2 makes them. They're called the Tomahawks. Really great sounding pickups. Definitely a high output, high gain monster. But it's really cool to have and as far as I know, it's the very first CE signature model. There's been SEs, there's been Core, there's been
Right.
private stocks, but the first time a CE has been a signature model. So
Right.
definitely
Well,
cool
we
to have
loaded
this.
up on these in the pre-orders, so
Yeah, and they're only going to be the pre-order is a limited time, so
Right.
grab them up while you can.
Absolutely.
Very cool guitar. Speaking of limited runs, here's another short order window guitar based off the platform of the S2 standard. So it's all mahogany, but doing a hum single combination. The idea of a studio guitar is one guitar to get as many sound options as
Right.
possible. So with a 5-way blade switch and what you would assume would be a typical 3 pickup, you get the bridge pickup, bridge and middle. Here, instead of getting the center pickup, you're getting the outside 2 pickups,
Okay.
which is a really cool tweak. Then you get your typical, middle neck and neck. I love the way these Type D pickups sound. They're big, beefy single coils, but they still retain the traditional single coil top end. They're not like a P90 at all. You can still get those really great throaty neck and these little second position, the quackiness and all that stuff is all there. And then this gives you you can pull this out and split the Starla pickup and get these really great spanky country tones. Really just so many different sounds
yeah,
in
this is going to
guitar.
be a good guitar.
I love it. Yeah.
Super easy on the wallet. Limited window on this one as well.
Yep. And so I have a Vela that I love, and these 2 pickups together would be the combination that you would find in a Vela.
Yeah.
I was surprised how different it sounded. And I think a lot of it is that Vela with that plate bridge,
Right.
with the brass saddles, sounds very different. It feels different than the steel trim. And so the 2 guitars really have their own voice, really their own identity.
Great.
They both sound great, but it's not. They're not as similar as you might think, just because of the pickups.
Sure. I'll grab that one.
Yeah.
It looks like we got an exotic wood behind you.
Yep. So
We've already got some of these in the store, and they've sold through immediately.
almost everybody I've
zebra wood
showed
top.
this to, everybody, when they find out that this is an SE, are shocked.
Yeah.
They see this and instantly think it's a private stock or something, because they see the exotic wood tops. And this one, the spalted maple, the metal foil, some really cool finishes in the custom 24 line.
It's just a beautiful piece of veneer that they're using on the tops of these guitars.
Yeah.
And what I really like is the way they're adding the binding now.
Yeah.
And
the zebra pickups are a nice
zebra,
touch too. Yeah.
that finishes it off.
Yeah, these are really great. The spalted maple, this one, I'd have a hard time picking between the 2. I mean, they're both, they're gorgeous. Definitely a long way. The SE guitars have come a long way. I mean, both aesthetically and everything. They're just bang for the buck. I think it's hard to beat this.
Yeah, it's called Vintage Sunburst is the finish. Great color.
Yeah, very subtle.
Shows the
sunburst
wood
finish.
off beautifully.
Yep.
So
They know how to do a finish over there,
yeah,
don't they?
they certainly do.
Yeah.
They certainly
A
do.
couple other things. We've
Grab
got
that one and put it back up.
We've got the SE Tremonti that we have here. This is not a new guitar, but what is new is they obviously Mark was back here with you and he talking about the amp, which is just killer, just great. But there is a new Tremonti standard, so you can get an all mahogany Tremonti at an even lower price point.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of Mark's, you like the idea of having the his pickups, really high output pickups, but man, they scream. If you're looking for Tremonti, even lower price point, you can get them standard.
Yeah.
Having a lefty in the SE line is huge.
The lefties are awesome.
Yeah.
So glad that they came out.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me constantly, when are we gonna have a lefty guitar in the SE line? And I know you're gonna have a hard time keeping those things on the shelf.
We've done really well with them so far. Customers love them.
Mm-hmm.
Just as you said, now that people are calling, going, they finally did it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting forever for this to come out. So we keep all 4 colors in stock all the time.
Great.
And that's been terrific.
Another change that a lot of people are happy with is this the 7-string, the SE 7-string, which they've renamed SVN 7. A vowelless 7. I had somebody suggest because it's 24, they should have named it the 24/7, which that's a good name.
Yeah.
Whoever said that out there on the internet world,
Give them a plug.
kudos to you. But the big change that they made with this, other than updating the pickups, these are the 8515S pickups, those have been updated across the SE line, but they increased the scale length up to a 26.5-inch scale length. So for playing those extended range guitars,
Sure.
especially if anybody's drop tuning, I know a lot of people are very happy with having the longer scale length on this. So it sits right in between the standard scale length and the baritones and all that. So so I think that's all the feedback I've heard about from 7-string players is that they really are glad that it's got an extended scale. So a lot of great stuff in 2018.
Yeah, it's a great beginning to the year.
Yes.
And you know, as I got to talk to Paul a little bit earlier, the quality from guitar to guitar is impeccable.
Yeah. Always been so consistent.
You know, the old saying of we have to try 5 of them to find one, you have to try 10, that is not the case with this company. Consistency from guitar to guitar, playability, outstanding fretwork.
Yeah.
Finish, there's no question, one of the best finishes in the guitar industry. So they just keep hitting the ball out of the park.
I spend a lot of time traveling around demoing these things, and it could be stuff that PRS ships out for me to demo like they do here. It could be off the shelf of a store or their stock. It could, you know, they can come from anywhere. And if I'm picking up a custom 24, if I'm picking up a 594, if I'm picking up an SE, you know, single cut, doesn't matter. It feels and sounds like every other one I play. It's like once you know the model you want, you can, you know, if you want to pick another color that you don't have in stock and they order it from you, it's going to feel and sound exactly like the one they come out and try in your store.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. That's a rarity in this industry.
It sure is. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a little bit of the rundown of some of the new 2018 PRS guitars. You can look for them at our store, Northeast Music Center, and we're in Dixon City, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Bryan, very much for taking some time with me. And we'll be talking to you folks later. You can always reach us at the store at 570-909-9216 or nemusiccenter.com.